I've been thinking about you and me. Was this preordained? Was this meant to be? Let's forget about all we knew. It's about time you started anew. It's been years since we fought here. Let me remind you of why you're here. It's a beautiful day outside today as the birds chirp, the flowers bloom and race. When you die, you'll know days like these, kids like you be burning in hell where you belong when you fell on the ground. But my promise to make you pay for causing their lives to slip away. So fool to think you could change us. I'm done killing those anyway. I'm not used to trying much anyway. Better get used to dying like here in the last corridor. I'll take a fight until you reset, unless I meet my bitter fate over and over again. I'm too used to this cycle of dying over and over and over and over again. Praying that one day you would just change your mind. Despite it all, I'm still trapped here. Forever stuck fighting you until I get bored of staying here. Watching them get cut down with every one of your steps. I'll make you repent. No point trying to escape. After all, the surface never appealed anyway. So would you rather continue with taking your life? So I've got a question for you to answer. If you want the answer to it, what do you feel like slaughtering all of our kind? Is it out of hatred for our kind, or just to see what would happen next time? Or do you find it fun to kill all of us? I'll fight, strike with all of might. I'm still gonna strike until I have to say goodbye to my brother and all of my friends. And I'm waiting for the stranger, and you'll never be able to make amends. As long as you're the one in control, I'll never know what's best. Fight to strike till my soul bends. Yet I know how this battle ends. Mine with mine will end. My soul depends on making you reset. Here, fighting till my last breath. This third chance that I I've been thinking about you and me. Was this preordained? Was this meant to be? Let's forget about all we knew. It's about time you started. It's been years since we fought here. Let me remind you of all your fears. Beautiful day outside, the day of the birds chirp, the flowers bloom and rain. When you die, you'll know on days like these, kids like you should be burning in hell where you belong. When you fell underground, broke my promise to make you pay for causing your life to slip away. Was so fool to think you could change your footpath. Anyway, I'm not used to trying much anyway. Better get used to dying like a here in the last corridor. I'll try to fight on till you reset unless I meet my I'm too used to this cycle of dying over and over and over and over again, praying that one day you would just change your mind. Just wait it all, I'm still trapped here forever, still fighting you until I get bored of staying here. With every one of your steps, I'll make you repent. No pressure to escape, this never if you'd want the answer to it. Why do you feel like slaughtering all of our kind? Is it out of hatred, or just to see what happens next time? Or do you find it fun to kill all of us? I'll fight, strike with all the might I've still got left. Strike until I have to say goodbye to my brother and all of my friends. I'm waiting. When I'll be able to make them fun. I'll fight, strike with all the might I've still got left. Strike until I have to say goodbye to all of my friends. For the pain of anywhere, I'll be able to make amends long before the one in control. Never know what friends are for. Till my soul bends, yet I know how this battle ends. I will end, my soul depends on making you reset. I'm still here, fighting till my life ends. But I can still win, in the end, I'm just winning. I don't like what happens next, I can feel their trust fall off my back. Everyone that I could not protect, I failed you and those who trailed. Can I live this one more time? Will I give up and just die? Is this how we end this tale?